Peace to the tribe. Hello, and I am New Diamonds here with another energy reading. I hope everyone out there is doing well. And yeah, let's jump right on into it. So this will be a super hunter full moon in Aries. And wow, what an extraordinary time. You know, we have witnessed a lot of different things going on in the world, and I feel like there is something that's going to be highlighted during this time when it comes to yourself, okay? Because the full moon is all about, you know, releasing things coming to a head, things being enlightened, and a cultivation of something. So whatever you may have been cultivating over these past 6 months, especially during that last eclipse we had in Aries, because this is a full moon in Aries. So I feel like something may be coming to a head, a chapter may be closing when it comes to that energy. And I feel like this is going to do something with yourself, because Aries is all about the self. And not only is it just a regular full moon, it's a super full moon. Okay, a super full moon is when the moon is closest to the earth. So this could affect the tides, it could affect the waters. And I feel like if it's affecting the waters on the outside, then it's affecting the waters on the inside, our emotions. So you may want to be mindful of your emotions, making sure that you're cultivating intelligence when it comes to your emotions. So having emotional intelligence and not letting certain things get to you. When the triggers are triggering, be mindful of that, acknowledge your feelings, feel those feelings, but also release those feelings to purify and cleanse. Okay, that Aries energy. All right. Then it is a hunter full moon. So, hunters around this time, you know, they will go out and hunt for the harvest season. They would gather up, you know, the biggest animals that they could, the game animals that they could during this time, because all of the animals will be out eating, prepping for winter season, prepping for hibernation, prepping for that cold season. So they will be eating as much as they could, and this will be the time for the hunters to go out and get, you know, as much food, as much resources that they could to stock up. So this is a sense of gathering your harvest, preparing for this new season, to go into the underworld in a sense, because we're getting ready to go into that scorpionic winter season. And this is all about, you know, what things have you learned, what things have you cultivated during this time, so that way you can gather up those resources to go within. Okay. So yes, I'm going to be looking at my notes on the astrology. So we're going to break down the chart, also some uploads and some downloads I got, and then also do a card pull. And yeah, so this will be happening on the 17th. And I like to think of that as 1 and 7. You know, the relationships with yourself. How is your relationship with yourself? How is your self love? How is your self care? Your self worth. You know, we are still in Libra season, and it's all about relationships. It's all about justice. It's all about equality. It's all about those scales, right? It's all about balancing your heart, and making sure that your heart is as light as that feather, that ma'at, okay? That Isis energy, that healing energy, going within to heal yourself as well. So, but the main thing that I was thinking was that this is all about fighting for justice. Okay, we have that moon in Aries, and the moon is all about your emotions, healing, nurturing, and then Aries is all about war, passion, self, mind. Okay, then the sun is in Libra, so this is all about that justice. So fighting for justice, fighting for what's right, being passionate about relationships. This could be a great time of being sensitive as well, so be mindful of those emotions. And like I said, always make sure you're operating out of emotional intelligence, thinking logically, but also, you know, balancing that masculine and that feminine at this time. Okay. Then I also said this is a great time for the spiritual warriors. Okay. Because you could stand for something or fall for anything, and you want to make sure that you're standing for what's right, fighting for what's right. And I feel like this is a great time for those spiritual warriors to stand up, ignite their inner flames, and really speak their truth. This is our time to shine at this time and really be a guiding light for others who may be in the dark, who may not know, who may have questions. This is a time to just continue to operate from your heart and speak your truth and not get too caught up in that ego, get caught up in fighting. Just make sure that you are balanced. And if you are fighting, fighting for justice, okay? And also, I had noticed that there was a cardinal cross. So, a cardinal cross is all about initiating things, new beginnings, leadership, that fire, that initiation. Okay, so I feel like a lot of us may be getting initiated into something, a rebirth of some sort, or starting something new. When it comes to leaving old things behind, okay, because Aries, the moon, was in the 24th degree. The 24th degree is attributed to Pisces, and Pisces is all about old things, endings, karma, old cycles, ways of the past, spirituality, and also that subconscious mind. So this could be an end to old subconscious things that were trying to hinder you in the past when it comes to yourself. Also, this could be a new spiritual rebirth, a new spiritual awakening, a new ascension process that we may be going into at this time. Okay, so we have the moon, Chiron, in the North Node in Aries. So I said this was healing the mind and emotions for your future self, okay? Because the moon is all about healing, nurturing your emotions. Aries is all about the mind. That Chiron is all about healing as well. And then North Node is all about your future. So I feel like this is really about you deep diving into yourself to focus on where you're headed in the future at this time, okay? Then we also have Mars in Cancer. So I said this was being passionate about healing yourself. So making sure that you are nurturing yourself. Like I said, going to war for the right reasons when it comes to speaking your truth. Okay, you just don't want to be operating out of your ego, just saying anything just to be right. Okay, just to feed that ego, just to stroke your ego. No, you want to really be fighting for things that matter, fighting for things that have substance. So when it comes to health, my family already knows I'm a healing warrior. So if it comes to health, I'm going to make sure that you guys are on it. Like, flu season, sickness is around the corner. It's all of this stuff out there. So you want to make sure that you're on top of your health. You want to make sure that you're taking those proper herbs, eating the right, fruits and vegetables that are in season to keep your immune system high at this time. All right. Then the sun is in Libra. And I said this is all about focusing on balancing the past and the shadow in your subconscious mind. And I said that because the sun, Lilith, in the South Node is all in Libra. So, and then not only that, it's at the 24th degree. So this is all about working on, things that you have learned from the past, things that you have healed from the past, things that you aren't embarrassed to talk about, to push forward, okay? Not really holding grudges, not really being hateful, really forgiving yourself and forgiving others to push forward, to push past these old ways that may have been trying to hinder you or block you from these blessings that may be coming in at this time, okay? And I also said hidden things may be coming to light as well. I said that in the beginning with the illumination, with the full moon. Then I also said Pluto is in Capricorn. So I said this could be a rebirth in structure for the future generations, okay? And just really working on this shifting into this more revolutionary mindset, this more humanitarian, this more higher vibration for the future. Okay, you don't want to keep doing things the old way, keep doing the same thing and expecting new results is a sense of being crazy. Okay, you can't keep lifting a 5-pound weight expecting for your muscle to grow. You have to add a little bit more weight so that muscle can start to build, so you can start to see changes and growth in that structure. Okay. Then I also said that Gemini, Jupiter was in Gemini. So I said this was going back to great intelligent conversations. Okay, so this could be a sense of having conversations with more substance, or just really being stimulated by high vibrational conversations, connections, when it comes to even family members, really wanting to express yourself in a higher light at this time. Also, divine communication at this time. You could be getting a lot of downloads, a lot of messages from the Most High, ancestors, the ray of light, angles of light, angels, spirit guides, whatever system or energies that you work with at this time. You could be receiving a lot of different signs, symbols, and synchronicities at this time. And I feel like that is the way that spirit loves to communicate with us at this time. All right. So pay attention to everything. You never know what could happen. All right. So keep your eyes open. Keep your first eye open at all times. Okay. Also, I had said that, oh yeah, Mercury. Okay, so yeah, that, sorry y'all, I'm looking at my notes. I should have put that ended there. But yeah, the grand cross for the cardinal cross, that was pretty much it for the cardinal cross. So things being initiated and taking off in a new passionate direction when it comes to yourself for the future. Okay. Then another alignment that I had seen was that Mercury was in Scorpio. Okay, so this is a sense of transformation and communication. Like I said, you may be wanting to express yourself in a more higher light, talking about this rebirth that you may be going through, or going into the deep depths, going into the deep diving within yourself to really communicate with yourself and tapping into those emotions. So really balancing out their emotions with your mind and your body and your heart and your spirit, really tapping into all of your senses to get more aligned, to tap into your own power at this time. Okay. And then this could also be a transformation when it comes to love and money as well, because we also have Venus there. So we have Venus, Mercury in Scorpio. So this could be a shift in values, a shift in money, a shift in love, really wanting to communicate to partners or people on a more deeper level, really deep diving into yourselves and others to really get a more better sense of who they are and who you are, and having huge revelations of things, really deep diving into the mystery, the mystic, the magic of how things may be working with you and others at this time. Okay. And then I said be mindful of that, because it could be a time of sensitivity. People could be really sensitive. I know I am very sensitive. So just tread lightly when deep diving into things, trigger warning when you're deep diving into traumas of the past, or the way that you healed yourself in the past, because this could be a sense of tapping into that spiritual warrior essence. Okay, not being a victim, being a victor, being victorious, being a warrior. Okay. So just be mindful of your emotions and always remember to use emotional intelligence at this time. Okay. Now I'm going to open up the chart, because that was pretty much the breakdowns that I did. But I did want to show what the chart looked like. Okay. And to me, this chart looks like a little tent. This looks like a tent. Okay. Right here, this looks like the opening of the tent. And So for me, when I seen a tent, I immediately thought, going inward, going internal, going within, being outside, because a tent is outside. So looking up at the stars, looking up at the true stars, okay? Not going to these stars that we may, see on TV. Really admiring the true stars outside that are above. When we go outside and the sun has set and the stars start to shine, we just really want to admire that, being out in nature, being grounded, being centered. It also gave me this sense of like the ancestors, okay? Because camping and being around the campfire and sharing those stories, that communicative aspect of sharing knowledge and wisdom with one another. That's the way that our ancestors used to communicate with us and share stories with us, by gathering around the bonfire, gathering around the campfire, and spending more quality time with one another, okay? So I said going back inside or outside, okay? Whatever that may look like for you. If you've been outside, maybe it's time to go inside. If you've been inside, maybe it's time to go outside. Take whatever resonates and balance. It's always about balance at this time, okay? I also said the ancestors are here because they are. Okay, it's a lot of things that have been popping up in my meditations, and it's a lot of things and signs and symbols and synchronicities that I have been paying attention to, that just keeps on leading me to let me know that the ancestors are here. Okay, these solar flares, ancestors light codes. Okay, these comments are a sense of these ships, these external things coming back after so long. That sounds like an ancestor to me, okay? Also, dreams, premonitions, gifts coming online, things being activated. That's the sense of this ancestor way, okay? This internal wisdom, this internal knowing, this ancient wisdom, that is the divine, okay? That is ancestors. That's, or whatever you want to call it. Like I said, take what resonates. For me, it's this great energy, this divine like essence, and that all ties into the ancestors, that all ties into my spirit guides, to my angels, to the angels of light, to this energy, okay? It all boils down to this source divine energy at the end of the day, and we are all one. We are all omnipresent, this essence that can be felt universally, and it's all about connecting back to that. All right. And then I also said the foundation, okay, that sense of purity, making sure that your foundation is set and stable. And that fire, that desire, okay, this could be a time of very passionate emotions. All right. A lot of divine unions, a lot of twin flames coming together, really working on your purposes together. A lot of people coming in union with themselves, okay? Balancing that masculine and that feminine, and being one with their self, and rising above and ascending at this time, okay? Then I said this could be the end of something that you've been working on, that you started with that Aries, that 4/8 portal, the solar eclipse. Also, the chart looked like a letter Z. Let me show you guys that one more time. So yeah, that looks like the letter Z to me. And Z is the 26th letter in the alphabet, the last letter in the alphabet. So that kind of made me think of something ending, the end of something. Okay. The last, and then the last shall be first. That was something else that I heard, because Aries is the first sign. So the last shall be first. It's this shift, this initiation that is taking place at this time. Okay. Then I said transforming the values of our health, okay? Because 2 and 6, okay? Because 2 is values, 6 is health and wealth. And then I said transforming because 2 and 6 equals 8. So transforming the values of our health to tap into our power at this time. Then this is October. October is the 10th month. It's weird, October, oct is 8. But whatever, on the Gregorian calendar, this is the 10th month. And I said 10 is the wheel of fortune in tarot. So that's something destined. That's the wheel turning. That's things ending for this new beginning. That's something that is fated, something that is destined for us to change and tap into. And 17 in tarot is the star card. So it's like the wheel is turning for the stars. Okay. Something is turning, something is changing for the stars, the star seeds, the divine ones, okay, and the stars in the starlight, okay. That's a whole nother thing. I know you guys have been paying attention to the news. There's been a lot of things going on with these superstars, these celebrities, and they are being illuminated in a different light at this time, okay. So I said superstars will be illuminated because this is a super hunter full moon. So superstars will be illuminated. Some things will be revealed. Spiritual warriors coming into their light. The light warriors, the light workers, the 144, the nine ethers, the star, whatever you want to call yourself, who you are operating from this higher light, from this higher octave. This may be a time where you get to shine your light, okay? Then I said, go outside to see the real stars and go inside yourself to see the real star inside of you, okay? We are all stars, all right? So yeah, those were like some of my downloads, some of my uploads. I also did a meditation on this energy, and immediately I seen a high heel, and I was like, whoa, a high heel. And I see someone putting their foot in a high heel, and immediately when I seen that, it made me think of things taking off. You know, a high heel has this arch, this angle. Okay. So the angles of light working with us so we can start to ascend. Also a high heel, healing yourself so you can tap into this higher sense of awareness, this higher consciousness, this higher level of knowledge. Okay. Then higher heights. I guess that was the message. All right. Tapping into this higher sense of this higher vibration. Okay. Making sure that you keep your vibes high at this time. All right. And I say that because I feel like there will be a lot of things trying to weigh us down, a lot of dense energy. Like I said, these solar flares coming in, a lot of things just trying to distract us, pull on us, harvest season, harvesting energy. Make sure that you stay grounded, you stay centered, using those tools to keep yourself balanced and centered at this time. All right. Also, feet. Okay, feet was Pisces. I feel like this Piscean energy was a catalyst for this energy because it's like Pisces. What is in Pisces? We have Saturn in Pisces, we have Neptune in Pisces, and Saturn is all about that discipline, that patience. So I feel like if you've been working on yourself, you've been healing that shadow self, because Pisces is the shadow, Pisces is subconscious, Pisces is that spiritual. So if you've been working on the spiritual side, really doing the internal work to heal yourself, doing that shadow work, then you will start to elevate, you will start to grow, you will start to walk in the proper steps for your future to take off at this time. Okay, it's a lot that I got when the high heel came in. Okay, you guys. So yeah, I said healing your subconscious mind and hidden things coming out. Okay, then I seen the letter Z, and I let me know that the thing that I seen in the chart was spot on. So it's a sense of also resting, healing, not overworking yourself. Because when I think of Z, I think of sleep. So that's what came up when I seen that. It's a sense of resting as well. So a lot of us could be tired. A lot of us could be feeling like drained. Make sure that you are listening to your bodies. And then also letting things in the past, let them go, not holding on to old things. And then I seen a star, and then I seen an hourglass. Okay, so it made me think of the stars times are up. It's time for the star seeds. And you can just kind of like take what resonates for that. But it started spinning, so it gave me a sense of having patience with yourself, things taking a turn. And like I said, it depends on where you're at in your journey. Okay, things could be taking a turn to go up. if you have been doing the internal work. It may be time for you to take a more deeper look inside yourself if you haven't been doing that. If you've just been overworking, and maybe it's time to go within and rest and meditate and get outside and tap into nature and do all those good things. So really, this is just a great time to value yourself, pour into yourself, and love on yourself so you can start to elevate in whatever old things may be lingering that may need to be cut off at this time. Okay, whatever that may be, whether that's subconscious, conscious, internal, external, people, yourself, just really honoring yourself and that self-love, okay, that self-worth at this time. All right, so yes, that was my notes. That was my astrology breakdown. That was my uploads, my downloads, and my meditation. Let's get into the card pool and see what other messages Spirit may have for us at this time. All right, so we're going to start off with my alchemy element deck, and we're going to see what is a message that Spirit may have for us at this time. Immediately, soon as I touch this deck, you guys, I feel this sense of bliss. I feel this sense of natural high. I feel this sense of divine love, the divine coming in and helping us, guiding us, protecting us. This sense of unconditional love pouring in from the Most High. All right, so this is going to be a very beautiful time. Don't pay attention to the doom and gloom. And I'm sending my condolences out to everyone who is having a hard time right now, whether that be with the weather conditions, whether that be with mental. Be mindful of other people's mental at this time. A lot of people will be operating in different ways. So just be mindful of that and stay centered and be mindful of yourself. Okay. Like I said, be mindful of those triggers. People may be trying to trigger you. People may be operating from their ego. People may be angry. Just be mindful and be mindful of yourself. Be mindful of your ego. Be mindful of your emotions at this time, because this is a great season of balance and justice. And we are going to be victorious when this is all said and done. All right, so let's tap in. That was just a message, okay? Let's see what other messages Spirit may have for us at this time. I feel this is going to be a beautiful time, though. A beautiful full moon. Super hunter full moon in Aries, okay? It's going to be beautiful. So, like Spirit said, don't let the media fool you. Don't let the doom and gloom fool you. We are powerful when we unify. We are more powerful together. When we put all of our differences aside, we have more in common than we think. All right. So that's just something that I'm hearing as well. All right, Spirit. Give these a good shuffle. Wow, one of my favorite cards in the deck. Yes, I love it. So yeah, water, river, and earth, 28. So yeah, this gives me a sense of DNA activations off top. Okay, that 8 right in the middle, that power, us coming into our power when we tap into mastering our emotions. Okay, that emotional mastery is what is really going to be the key to enlightenment at this time. Really tapping into your heart, balancing your mind, your body, your spirit, so you can start to align to these higher heights. Okay, being grounded, being one with earth, being one with nature, being one with yourself, and letting go of whatever needs to be let go of this time. Letting your emotions flow like a river. Okay, not holding on to anything, letting things flow. You getting in the flow of yourself and not harboring anything, releasing things that need to be released, okay? If you need to go for a walk, if you need to go for a run, if you need to cry, if you need to dance, if you need to purge, if you need to detox, listen to your body, do it, because you will feel so much better when it's all said and done. And that's how you tap into your power. That's how you tap into this alchemist, okay? This sense of mastering yourself and knowing who you are, all right? Valuing the transformation, having patience with yourself, showing yourself grace and love. All right. Wow. I'm going to read this card. What's the bottom card? Yeah. Pouring into yourself. All right. And releasing whatever needs to be released. That is how you tap into your power. Wow. Okay. So let's see what this card says. All right, and it says, shamans are trained to see beyond third dimensional constructs and constraints so that they can perceive what is happening beyond the veil. Multidimensionally, dear human, if you could see all the resources, gifts, and potential that your vessel holds, yes, you would have literally bowed before yourself in awe and wonder. You carry within you an overwhelming spring of mental, emotional, and spiritual technology that you have inherited from your ancestors. Okay. And accumulated through your own experiences. Yes. There is no need to seek outside for help or answers or knowledge. You have everything you could possibly need inside of you. Tap into what you already know and what you already hold in your heart and spirit. Share and expand your inner resources so that you too can allow them to grow. The more you consult with yourself instead of seeking external support, the more your inner knowledge expands. Is that not what I just broke down, you guys? I said, I feel like this is us going internal, that tent that I seen on there, going within and your ancestors, connecting with your ancestors, okay? Because we are the key. We are our ancestors, okay? We are divine. We are all divine. Like you said, this divine technology, we are the divine technology. When we tap into that inner knowing and know who we are and get into the sense of releasing this, release whatever you need to release to tap into this inner knowing and know that the divine has us on this path for multiple reasons. All right. And we're divinely protected, divinely guided, and something beautiful is about to happen. Also, these auroras, this gamma ray, these light codes coming in. Go outside, ground yourself, and embrace this beautiful power that is coming into the universe at this time. All right. It's our time to rise. This sense of new beginnings and new gifts, new activations, new messages, a new shift, a timeline jump. What else did this say? Multidimensional, and the veil will be lifted. All right. It's already being lifted. It's already thin. All right. And they can only do so much. They're trying to hide things, but the more we seek, the more we find, the more we know. All right. Okay. I'm loving it. Let's tap into my Destiny Oracle and see what is another overall message. Okay. I'm loving that. That 8, that Heka, that magic, that healing. Okay. The healing power is within us. We have everything that we need within us at this time, especially when we tap into our heart and listen to our hearts. Okay. All right, Spirit, what is another message for the collective during this? Wow, what wanted to pop out? New beginnings. I'm going to take it. New beginnings. Wow, and this kind of looks like a dragon when I look at it. It looks like a dragon coming in spitting fire. I love that. So yes, this sense of new things coming in, new beginnings. What have I been saying? That cardinal cross in the chart is a sense of new beginnings coming in when it comes to us. Okay, this is nothing outside of us. Is nothing new under the sun. Okay, we have the power to transform anything when we go within. All it takes is for us to make the changes. People outside of us start to notice that, and then they be like, okay, I see them shining, I see them glowing, I see them being healthier, they're more active, let me follow in their footsteps. So you are a leader whether you know it or not, especially if you're on this righteous path, if you're shining your light, if you're operating from a higher octave and going by what the divine wants you to do, listening to your spirit. This is going to be a sense of great new beginnings and great new chapters, great new door openings, opportunities coming in. Okay, this is the time we've been waiting for, that new beginning. All right, what's the bottom card? Yeah, community. With the community is healing, the community is transforming, the community is growing. So it's a sense of everybody in the community is going to have this light shine on them at this time. Like I said, these solar flares coming in, these divine light codes coming in, and it's going to enhance the community, especially those who have been doing the internal work at this time. All right, I love that. It's a sense of a sunrise, sun rising, sunset, new things rising, ascension, going out in nature, these light codes in nature, watching the sunset, maybe even getting some type of downloads when you go outside, and embrace these new changes, embracing that divine feminine, that divine masculine within you, and continuing to work on that DNA activation, Kundalini activations, okay, spiritual awakenings at this time. Do not be afraid, embrace it, and go with the flow, all right? And go within at this time. As soon as I cut it, ancient wisdom. So yeah, going within to find the answers that you may seek, and then also going out in nature and sitting in nature at this time, because it's going to be a lot of downloads, a lot of uploads, a lot of information pouring into the collective at this time. And Spirit wants us to tap into that. Wow, self-love card popped out. Yes, Spirit wants us to go within. Go within for the answers. And this is the alignment, okay? The moon is opposition to the sun. That is this full moon, okay? The sun is in Libra. The moon is in Aries at this time. And that comes from us doing the internal work at this time. And the internal work is that self-love, pouring into ourselves, loving ourselves, getting more tapped into our minds so that way we can elevate at this time, all right? The foundation, nurturing, paying attention to our emotions and being more self-aware, being more self-conscious at this time, doing the proper healing work that it takes to elevate and grow. All right. Also a great time of laughter, a great time of love. If you already been pouring into yourself, you know your self-worth. You're not falling for nobody's BS. You're not standing for nothing. You're not falling for anything. This is a great time of ascension for you. Okay. What's the bottom card? Yes, great time for ascension, divine timing, lovebirds. All right. So divine love, divine union within yourself. And if you are looking for a partner, that may happen for you. And if you're already in a relationship, that relationship is going to elevate and grow at this time. All right. So because it's on divine timing, and always give yourself patience, give yourself grace, and give that for others. Okay. Love, continue to operate from love at this time. All right. I love that. I love love, by the way. Love is a beautiful thing. And if you don't think so, it's probably you have a little more shadow work to do. You have a little more healing work to do. All right. Because somebody had to at least love sex for us all to be here. Somebody had to do it. All right. For most cases, most case scenarios, somebody had to love something for us to be here. All right. And I'm going to leave that right there. But this is all about self-love, evaluating yourself, growing. Yeah. Standing out. Okay. This is feeling like a message for the star seeds, a message for the chosen ones, okay? Standing out, who stands out from the crowd? Okay, somebody who's putting in the work, the black sheep. All right, the 144, okay, the 9 ether, the what? Syrians, the Octurians, the whatever you may call yourself, all right? And you operating from love and light. You ain't even got to be tapped in. You just show love all the time. I know a lot of people, they're not super conscious, they're not super spiritual. You know, they work their 9 to 5 and they're just loving and giving and they operate from their heart. It's just random people, old people that just come to me, young people that come to me and they just say words of wisdom. And I'm like, wow, that was spirit speaking through them. So it's a sense of standing out and keep operating from your highest light, keep operating from your power. Make sure you stay on point. Okay, this could be a sense of also deep diving into more knowledge, okay, getting more in tune with yourself, writing things down, releasing things, doing a studying, you know, whatever, reading a book, whatever that may look like for you, drawing, getting creative, expressing yourself with your hands. Okay, this is giving that Gemini and Jupiter energy, and just really getting creative and tapping into that great divine communication, that higher intelligence when it comes to yourself, and attuning to yourself. Because I feel like the more we tap into our creative aspect, the more we tap in with the great divine. All right, so I'm going to read this card and it says, stepping up and stepping forward, call to live a certain life, keeping your conduct sharp, being comfortable, being set apart, being okay with being different. And there ain't nothing wrong with that. Continue to operate from your higher self. Continue to operate from your highest light. All right, so we have water, river, earth, new beginning, self-love, and standing out. So being in love with your unique self and expressing that, not being afraid to shine your light at this time. All right, not being afraid to shine your light. Okay, this is our time to shine. I love that. You got the spotlight. Don't be afraid to shine. It's showtime. The time is now. All eyes are on you. Do what you do best and do it well. Center stage. All right, so yeah, this is our time. You guys continue to operate from your highest light. Continue to operate from love, from passion, speaking your truth. And if you have to put your foot down, if you're gonna fight, fight for justice, fight for what's right. All right. Okay, let's get into the tarot and see what is another message. What is a more detailed message about this? Wow, I'm loving this. This is giving like a new beginning for people who've been doing the work. A new beginning for the chosen ones. This is our time to shine our light. This is the time we've been waiting for. The veil will be lifted, and a lot of people may be confused or have questions or may come to us for things. And this is what we've been working hard for. So continue to shine your light. Continue to pop your shit. Okay. Continue to do what you do best. And that's be yourself and be comfortable and be authentic and love and continue to vibrate high. All right. Okay. All right, Spirit, what is another message for this reading? Don't be shy, y'all. Don't be shy to shine y'all light. It's a lot of people out there. Shy, these cards ain't coming out. That's giving me a sense of somebody being shy. All right, don't be afraid to shine your light. Don't be afraid to speak your truth. Because somebody may need to hear it at this time. Yeah, you're headed in the right direction, okay? You leaving these troubled things in the past, leaving these things in the past behind you. With this Six of Wands, your mind, you're clearing out your mind from these old things that no longer serve you, okay? Old things that do not resonate with you anymore, leave them behind, okay? You're headed to nirvana. You're headed to tranquility. You're headed to peace. You're headed to you're headed to this place you've been working on for these past 4 to 7 years. So this old cycle is ending and this new cycle is beginning. All of this hard work that you've been putting in, that you've been cultivating, to release and let go, doing the internal work, you are now pushing past that old square, that old box, that old construct, and you are headed into a new positive direction. You're heading on to a place where nothing can bother you, nothing can move you, nothing can shake you. And that's a sense of internal peace, this internal fulfillment, emotional fulfillment, and joy, love, divine bliss. All right. So, wow. I love that. So that's the first card that popped out. Yes, releasing things. So the sense of releasing, like I said, releasing these old things of the mind, these old constructs of the mind. So this is going to be a great sense of purging. I just came back from a walk this rising because I was feeling a little off with my energy. And I was like, no, let me go for a walk. Let me transmute this energy. So it's a sense of transmuting the energy, being an alchemist, and grounding yourself, centering yourself, doing things that make you happy, and operating from love and raising your vibration. If something is trying to pull on your energy, let it go. If somebody wants to be combative, let them have it, okay? And take what resonates. You can let them have it or let them have it if you're fighting for justice, if you fighting for what's right, okay? If you don't feel like going back and forth for nobody, you ain't got to. But if spirit has placed something on your heart to speak and you must speak your truth, honor that at this time, okay? It's this great sense of release. Also releasing old stagnant energy. Crying is a sense of releasing. Crying is healing. Okay, so don't be afraid to cry. Don't be afraid to watch stuff that's gonna make you cry tears of joy. Don't be afraid to be happy. Okay, it's a sense of tapping into your happiness and releasing these heavy weights that weigh on the heart. Okay, if you are dealing with heartbreak and heartache, it's a reason why spirit does not want you to deal with these things that are weighing heavy on your heart. Spirit wants you to release those things so you can get what you truly deserve, and that is peace, love, happiness, joy, bliss, prosperity, comfort, someone understanding, someone understanding and overstanding. You don't have to go back and forth with somebody that does not have the same views as you. Um, Spirit said we don't argue with fools, okay? We don't argue with ignorance. If somebody's being ignorant, let them be ignorant. If someone's operating out of their ego, let them have it. You don't stoop down to their level. You keep your vibe high and keep vibrating high at this time. That's a sense of releasing as well. You don't have to hold on to these constructs of the ego, wanting to be right, wanting to be. You don't always have to do that, okay? Sometimes it's better to just let it go and let it be and keep your peace, keep your sanity at this time, all right? You win the spiritual war. I heard Spirit say, you win the spiritual war. You win the spiritual battle when you do that, okay? It doesn't always have to be this, I'm right, I'm right, I'm right. If you know you right, you know you got it. That's all that really matters. We don't need this outside validation. We don't need our ego stroke. We don't need this confirmation from nobody. If we know we already got it. All right. Wow. Both of these flopped out. Okay. So yeah, it's a celebration within yourself. The community, the people who have the same views as you are going to celebrate you. The people who, your spirit guides, okay, the divine, because this is 3. So it's the sense of harvest season will be great. Okay, like I said, you win the spiritual war. Okay, you be internally fulfilled. Don't let these outside things deplete you of your energy. Pour into yourself. Make sure your cup is filled. Okay, do what you have to do to transmute the energy and get back into your good high vibe. Okay, like I said, I just had to do this, y'all. I'm speaking from experience. So yeah, that 3, that mind, that body, that soul, that Trinity. And the more you do this, the more you tap into yourself, the more you will tap into a community of like minds, that soul tribe, the people who have the same views as you. You can communicate with them about certain things, and it is this celebration. It is this party. It's this receiving the rewards from your labor, okay? Receiving the hard work and the fruits of your labor at this time, okay? It's just about having patience. I'm hearing something around the end of this month. will be very prosperous for you. Don't let the media fool you. There will be a lot of fear mongering in the media, but don't let that steer you off your path. Okay. There's going to be a lot of good harvest, a lot of good spiritual things, a lot of good spiritual gifts, a lot of great abundance pouring in for the collective once we let go of these lower vibrations and tap into the higher ones. Okay. You see, they raising their cups up high. Okay, so tap into the higher vibrations to have this sense of emotional fulfillment. And the divine will come in with great gifts. Okay, the ancestors will come in with great gifts. Spirit will come in with great gifts. The angels of light are working for us at this time. It's a sense of getting what you put in. Okay, if you've been putting in great love, great abundance, nurturing yourself, loving yourself, pouring nothing but love, knowledge, operating from integrity, operating from your heart, then you're going to receive all of that right back. Okay, it's a sense of doing the internal work. Okay, pouring into that inner child as well, loving that inner child, freeing that inner child, making that inner child happy. That is a sense of great reward. There's gems that lies within the inner child. Okay, and once you connect that inner child with your higher self, in that lower self and that shadow self, you are unstoppable. There's unlimited possibilities because you can acknowledge when you're operating from your ego. You can acknowledge when you're operating from being too sensitive, when you're operating out of your emotions. You can acknowledge when you're hearing spirit's voice. You can acknowledge when things are trying to pull you down and weigh you down. You can, and then you tap into this spark, that internal spark, when something excites you, when something makes you happy. Deep dive into that and pour into that. And it's going to be the sense of this great gift and receiving that comes into you. Okay, so this great sense of divine gifts pouring in from the ancestor realm, those DNA activations, those light codes, those gifts of abundance, gifts of inner knowing, senses being heightened, awareness, and going with the flow. Okay, this is gonna look different for everyone. So everyone just really pay attention to the signs, the symbols, and the synchronicities. Okay, because depending on where you're at in your journal, on your journal, yeah, watch y'all journals, write things down. Spirit said write things down as well, so that way you can start to see the elevation. Okay, when in your dreams, make sure that you're writing down your dreams. Make sure you're writing down these meditations. Make sure you're writing down your thoughts and watch how things begin to elevate and escalate from here on out, all the way up until next year. From now, all the way up until next year, okay? But continue to walk on your journey with love and integrity, and that love and integrity and that prosperity and that joy and abundance will come back into you. Okay, this divine feminine energy, this divine masculine energy being balanced, this love, this money, this prosperity, this inner knowing coming back. Okay, that's six of cups. We got the three. Wow, so we got, oh my goodness, you guys, I didn't even trip. We have the 6, the 3, the 3, the 6. So it's this mirror flip, this 9, 3, 6, 9 manifestation time. Okay, so things are manifesting right now. The more that you pour into yourself, the more that you release and acknowledge things, the more things that pour in, the more that the divine shines its light on you, the more light codes, the more DNA activations, detoxing, purging, releasing, so that these new gifts can pour into us and open us up like these flowers, open up our crown, open up our lotus to receive beautiful abundance that is going to be pouring in for the collective. What's the bottom card? Yeah, to receive this beautiful abundance that is pouring in for the collective. I love that. Nourishing ourselves. Okay, more flowers. So there's going to be a great sense of love, divine love pouring in from the ancestors, from the angels of light, from every realm. Just be open to it and don't be afraid. Don't worry. Don't operate from lack. Operate from the no. Operate from your heart. That is the abundance. Okay. Be grateful. Be thankful at all times. All right. What's the next card? Yeah. Don't worry. Don't worry about anything. There's going to be happiness and prosperity that is coming in with us. We are going through a rebirth at this time, all right? And it's a rebirth with our values, a rebirth with our mind, a rebirth with our emotions, a rebirth with our spirit. This is a rebirth on all levels for us to elevate, all right? So I love that. Let's see what are some blessings coming in. I'm going to pull from my blessings deck and see, you know, just some more stuff that may be coming in this time, okay? Well, since it's harvest season, I want to see what this harvest is about to be like. Oh, and the cards is jumping out. Oh, my goodness. Okay, wonder. May you see the whole picture. Yeah, new things on the horizon, looking at things from a different perspective, having a different mindset, having a more abundant mindset. I love that. All right. And the next one, may you let go, resolve. That was the other one. May you let go, letting go to receive. Okay. Letting go to receive. Alchemy. Find your gold from lead to gold. Okay. Abundant harvest. Okay. This grain is one of the most abundant ones, that wheat, that gold. May you find your gold. Okay. So we got, may you see the whole picture, may you let go, and may you find your gold. Bottom card, change. May you bliss the turning of the leaves. Okay. So letting things fall that need to fall, letting things leave that need to leave, and letting go of things that need to be let go so you can start to receive this abundance at this time. All right. I love that. Okay. Let's get into the chakra deck and see what is a final message for this reading. Beautiful. Yeah. So this is like a time of releasing, a time of letting go so we can receive the real true love that we may be desiring within ourselves at this time. Yeah. Going within. Going within. I love that. All right. So Raven Goddess, magic. Fly into the darkness to reveal the light within you. 38. 3 and at 8. So intelligent communication with the heart. That 5 is the heart. 3 is that communication. Okay. So make sure that you are, and then 3 and 5 is at 8 to tap into our power. It's going back into the astrology breakdown. So tapping into that power, and the power lies from within, listening to yourself. Okay. This is giving me this full moon, this hunter full moon, that Pisces energy. Okay, these divine animals here, a sense of divine communication from the ancestors, the spirit realm. Okay, your spirit guides, the angels of light. All right, and that crown opening up like a lotus. What did I just say? I said that crown opening up like a lotus. Okay, and going internal, balancing that within, balancing those emotions, balancing that water from within, so that we can head in the right direction and transmute that energy and use it for a sense of power. All right. So, wow. I love that. What's the bottom card? Yes. Root chakra, from the rooter to the tutor. Okay. I love it. Yeah. The flower, the rose, the wisdom of the earth. Connect with the earth as a means of realigning your energy. I can't make it up, y'all. I love this reading. It's a sense of balancing that spiritual, that internal with that outside and that mental, and aligning both sides of yourself to ascend, being aware of that and balancing that and operating from your heart and your spirit to ascend higher at this time. Okay. So that is my energy reading. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. If you guys would like to book any personal readings or any jewelry, my website is nudiamonds.net. And yeah, until next time, guys.